It re-
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. Hope you all are having an awesome day. Today, I've just wanted to bring one of my one-on-one client and let her share her story, her success, also her failures as well. So I'll pass the stage to Kristi, and Kristi just can explain. Like, Kristi, why don't you tell the audience like where you're from and how come you actually came about me and what has your journey been throughout?
okay. Hey, Sanjeev. So, yes, my name is Kristi, and I'm actually a chiropractor, and I live in Italy, but I'm American. But so Sanjeev and I met through another YouTube group. I started YouTube channels about 3 years ago. Tried to do it on my own. I did all these other courses, learned, everything and nothing, and did my attempt and had a little bit of success, but it wasn't until I talked to Sanjeev and did the one-on-one mentoring that he was able to shed some light on how to do the channels and to help me to start from a different perspective, from a fresh. I totally let go, not let go, but I, turned away from my other channels and started something brand new based on his advice, something I would have never even thought about. And so here I am 35 days later. We did this interview before, but it didn't get recorded. So I've had better results since the last interview. So this one, and let me just say this. So my goal and the reason for doing YouTube was to have a passive income because one thing about being a chiropractor is you're hands on. If I'm not at work or if I'm sick, there's no money. And that's just how it is. And also to be able to pass it to my children because it is passive income. You can, when I pass away, God forbid, whenever, that can be passed on to your children. So that was a huge plus for me. So when Sanjeev told me which way to go with this, so 35 days, I have been able to go, and this is amazing. I don't know that, I mean, it's difficult to do what I've done. I have to say, I'm very grateful, like amazed. I thought that it would take me 2 months to get it monetized. I'm putting out 3 videos a week, but I have literally gone from zero on February 16th. Today is March 23rd, and I've gone from zero to over 8,200 subscribers, and it's growing by 200 to 300 subscribers a day. And now I got monetized. I was able to qualify to get monetized in 19 days,
Mm.
but they were delayed 5 days in updating the results. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I had one video that has gone viral and I got monetized on March 12th. So I've had 10 days of monetization payment and I've made almost $1,500.
Wow.
So at that rate, I'm looking at over 4,000 a month, which is crazy,
Mm.
crazy, crazy. I could not have done this, I can tell you, without Sanjeev telling me his secrets, okay, and how to do it. There is a special way in the
Mm.
way that Sanjeev does this that I was not taught by any of my other groups and mentors. And it was just that little tweak. I'm telling you, if you're doing YouTube, you need to listen to what he's telling you because the way that he tells you how to do it is crazy. It totally changes the whole perspective and can get you from zero to where I am in a very short time. Now, I can't make any claims, that somebody's
Mm.
going to get to this point this quickly.
Yeah.
But if you follow your strategy, I can tell you it'll be a lot faster any other way.
Awesome. That's so nice and so awesome just to hear that. And every time I hear, because I think we did that call last time, I'm still getting like the same sort of vibe and feeling like that you have actually done it and you have actually cracked the code. And you can actually do this like because you have actually got the secret sauce, you can duplicate this like time and time and time
Exactly.
again. And not
Well,
just that.
now I'm looking to do it in other to open other channels and I know how to do it
Yeah.
in the way that you have taught it that is amazing. hmm
Awesome,
I'm
awesome.
happy.
Let's also discuss about your failures and um, tell us a bit about like what was that turning point, like what was that aha moment like after you met got in touch with me. And what was that thing that was actually missing when you actually got so many different programs?
Okay. So let me just back up. So I have spent probably ten to $15,000, maybe more, in investing in my other channels. Okay. And it just didn't come together. I don't know. It's hard to say because it's like the aha moment came when you told me how to do the research,
Mm,
how to put it all together in a nice package. It was just presented in a better way as with the other ones. I mean, I did the work. I, put the titles, did the keywords, which keywords don't really matter so much now. I did the thumbnails. I did it, but it just didn't come together. It's hard to explain. And I even had a little bit of success back in December because I let YouTube go for a year. Out of the 3 years that I was introduced, I wasn't doing hardly anything for 1 year because I got so frustrated and
mm,
burnt out about it because it wasn't going anywhere. I mean, I would put a video up and maybe get 100 views,
mm,
and it just didn't make any sense. It didn't work. But I did have a little bit of success back in December with my channel before I got up with you. But then YouTube sliced 2,000 of my subscribers. I tried to,
yeah.
appeal it, no work there. So I was like, you know what? I need to talk to somebody. I cannot do this alone. I mean, I have a friend who's super successful, but he's too busy and this is not his business. And I was like, I need to actually speak to someone.
Mm,
And the other people that have the other groups, the other programs that I bought, I just didn't want to go that route. I felt more connected with you. I've known you from some of those other groups.
yeah.
And if I had talked to you a year ago, Sanjeev, I would be in a much better situation right now. Hello. So I tried to force it and do it on my own. And I said, no, okay, forget about it. It's not working. This was literally, I have to tell you, this was literally my last and final straw for YouTube. You were. hmm
Wow.
I have to say. I was like, it's all in or nothing. That's it. And I mean, and you know this because I went down two niches that
Mm,
I would have never in a million years even have considered.
yeah.
So,
Well, I gave you a few of the niches, like, and you did even try those niches. Like, I think few of the niches I gave you, but then I gave you this third one. I said, okay, why don't you try this? And like, you took it.
well, one other thing I will say this because I didn't say it in this video. The thing that is the funniest is that I'm an American living in Italy. You thought that I was Italian because I lived here, and I'm like, no, 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 no. And you're like, well, why don't you do this in Italian? And so I did it. But so this is the crazy thing. I have to say this is really funny. So my videos are written in Italian. I have an Italian voiceover, not my voice, and I have an editor who lives in Pakistan.
Mm,
So so anything can be done
yeah.
with the right team.
Wow.
You don't have to be a native to have a channel in Saudi Arabia, I guess.
Mm, yeah. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. And what would you say, like, if someone is actually struggling with YouTube automation, they've like probably gone the same pathway as you, what would you say to those people?
I can tell you right now what I can tell you. If you have the money and you do not want any stress, then you should let an expert do this for you who will help you and will do it for you. And if you want all the headaches like I've had, then go down the road I've had and lose 3 years and about 15 to 20,000, and you will
Wow.
get to the end of the road and say, I wish I had listened to that woman on that podcast or
Mm,
that recording with Sanjeev that is telling me. So I'm looking you in the camera and saying, don't do what I did. Don't do
mm,
it.
wow. It's so awesome. So awesome.
Listen, I'm very honest.
Yeah.
And I was very stubborn and wanted to do it the way that I wanted to do it. And I tried. Now I can do it with what you've helped me do.
Yep.
Now I feel confident. It was just this little bit, just something that you offered. I'm telling you, Sanjeev, and it's golden,
Mm,
golden. Okay. Listen, I wouldn't say this. I wouldn't get on this video if I didn't believe it.
Well,
I'm serious.
first of all, you wouldn't be getting on the call if you're not making money, right?
Exactly. Listen, listen, let me just say one other thing. When I wake up in the morning, I know what time that YouTube post on my account. I know
Mm.
what time that it says how much money I made 2 days before. And I'm like, how much is it going to be today? I look at my views and I'm like, oh, how many views did I have 2 days ago? This is how much money I'm going to make tomorrow. I'm like, okay, what's my next goal? So it's pretty damn cool. Excuse me. Yeah.
And lastly, I'll say like, what's your final goal with? I know you got like one channel successful. What's your goal in your plan, like moving forward, probably like 2, 3 years ahead in time?
Well, okay. So my main goal for this channel here is for each channel, as you have advised me, because I really do a lot of things. I'm like the Jill of, all trades, not the Jack of all trades, the Jill of all
Yeah.
trades. And I want this channel to get to 10,000. And then I will most likely duplicate it into one or two other languages and get those channels up and then work on some other niches at the same time, play around. But I will say this, I have the strategy now to
Mm.
not waste time, go into it, full on, invest in it. You should have results by a certain time. If you don't, you need to move on.
Awesome. Thank you
Mhm.
so much. And if you want to know
Thanks.
anything more about YouTube automation, I'll leave a link to Kristi's. Do you want me to leave a link for people to connect with you, like ask any sort of question they have?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll leave a
Yeah.
link for Kristi, or you can join, get in touch with me. And if you want to know more about YouTube automation, you're more than welcome. Thank you, everyone, and I'll catch you later.
Okay.